Many years ago, in a land called Uz, there lived a man named Job. He was upright, honest, and deeply feared God. He avoided all evil. Job was one of the richest men in the East, father to 7 sons and 3 daughters, owner of 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a multitude of servants. His reputation was immense. His children enjoyed hosting banquets in their homes, and they always invited their sisters to join in the celebrations. After each feast, Job would rise early to offer sacrifices on their behalf. He would think, "Perhaps they have sinned in thought or word against God." This became a constant practice in his life. One day, the heavenly beings came to present themselves before the Lord, and among them came Satan. God asked him, "Where have you come from?" And Satan replied, "From roaming the earth and observing everything." The Lord then said, "Have you noticed my servant Job? There is no one like him, faithful, righteous, devoted, and far from evil." But Satan challenged, "Is he like that for nothing? You've placed a hedge around him, blessed everything he touches. But take all of it away and you'll see. He will curse you to your face." The Lord replied, "Very well, everything he has is in your hands. Just do not touch his body." Satan left immediately. Not long after, calamities began to fall upon Job. A messenger arrived in desperation. The Sabeans attacked, took the oxen and donkeys, and killed the servants. I alone escaped. Another came right after. Fire fell from heaven. It burned the sheep and the workers. I alone survived. A third messenger entered. The Chaldeans formed 3 raiding parties, took the camels, and killed all the servants. Only I remain. Then came the worst news. Your sons and daughters were gathered together when a desert wind struck the house. It collapsed and killed them all. I alone escaped. Upon hearing this, Job rose, tore his clothes in mourning, shaved his head, fell to the ground, and worshipped. He said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Even in such pain, Job did not sin, nor did he accuse God of wrongdoing. Once again, the angels presented themselves before the Lord, and Satan was also there. God asked, "Have you noticed how Job remains upright even after all that happened?" Satan provoked, "Skin for skin. A man will give anything to save his own life, but strike his body and he will curse you." God replied, "He is in your hands, but do not take his life." Then Satan afflicted Job with painful sores, from the soles of his feet to the top of his head. Job sat among the ashes, scraping his wounds with a piece of pottery. Seeing this, his wife said, "Are you still holding on to your faith? Curse God and die." But Job replied, "You speak like a foolish woman. Shall we accept only good from God and not also adversity?" Even then, Job did not sin with his lips. 3 friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, came to visit him. When they saw him from a distance, they barely recognized him. They wept loudly, tore their clothes in grief, and sat with him on the ground for 7 days and 7 nights. No one said a word, so great was his anguish. After that silence, Job finally spoke. He did not curse God, but lamented the day of his birth. "Let the day I was born disappear. Why give life to those who know only suffering?" His friends began to speak. Eliphaz suggested Job was reaping what he had sown. Bildad said that if he were truly pure, God would have already restored everything. Zophar was harsher. He claimed Job talked too much and needed to repent, but Job defended his innocence. "Even if God kills me, I will still trust in him. I know that my Redeemer lives, and in the end he will stand upon the earth. I myself will see him with my own eyes." Then a storm began to form. From within the wind, God answered Job with powerful questions. "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Do you know who measured it? Can you control the stars, command the sea, or the light of day? Do you give strength to the horse, or teach the eagle to fly? Can you tame Behemoth or face Leviathan? Job, humbled by God's greatness, replied, I spoke of things I did not understand. Now my eyes have seen you. I repent in dust and ashes. God then restored everything to Job, twice as much as he had before. He had more children, more wealth, and more years of life. He lived to see his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, 4 generations in all.